Hey, it's Random Pop Culture News for here, aka MannyTendoWolverine. You guys are restaurant to Schwartz's channel. Follow me on all my links and link tree just in case anything happens to this channel, like it gets deleted or shut down, and all the good stuff. And Twitter, Instagram if you want. Anyways, like I usually say, my God, I got a credit card to do this person. Shout out to today's answer. This is unfortunate here. I know playing some Splatoon 3 music. This one. Ooh, I might go off on this one. I literally might blow a gasket on a volcano because you kind of know where my stances are on certain things. But then again, I want to sound like a hateful bigot or hateful. Oh, you hate these certain types of community types of people, and you hate this. You're a misogynistic, white Christian, like evangelical Christian, like Republican, far leftist, far rightist, and all this shit. I really hope I don't have to get into that. No SJW, cancel culture, wokeism shit. It might be wokeism, might not be for Nintendo. I don't know. Maybe Nintendo of America a lot more than the one that's in Washington, because let's face it, of what I heard, Oregon and Washington a couple of years ago, when places like Nike and Amazon and fucking Best Buy's billion-dollar corporations and all these other billion-dollar corporations in Portland especially, and in the Washington, Seattle, I heard it's one of the most expensive places in those areas because they started turning a little bit into San Francisco. From what I heard in early mid-2010s, years ago, it started getting way more expensive for regular people, normies, out there to like live. Or just every average Joe and Jane John on the street, which sucks, but it is what it is. So I'll try to be calm. I'll try. Because you kind of know my stance. You've been on here for the past since 2017, 2018, mid-late 2010s, early 2020s. You kind of know how I am with that shit. Once again, I don't support any of the whole fucking politics bullshit or the Democrat Republican garbage bullshit of left and right. They both got evilness and corruption and a lot of, like, my personal opinion, Beelzebub, Satanism shit. Anyways, this comes from TJ Danzer. This happened about earlier this month, or actually in the middle of this month. Wow, August 15th. This Japanese Nintendo faces fire at Japanese headquarters. No injuries. I'm still gonna do the ones for like Gamescom. Wait for that one on. All of these videos are probably coming out all Friday, Saturday, because I'm doing this on a Thursday, so there's that. Or Wednesday. This is from TJ Danzer. Got a credit card due. I'm not sure if I'm going to get to this one. I hope I do. This misfortune struck Nintendo's Japanese headquarters recently, though thankfully it didn't become a greater disaster. A fire broke out at a prolific developer and publisher Kyoto-based office, while damages were done on the desk and chairs in the workplace. No employees were killed or injured. Thank God they weren't. Or any incident of any personnel and evacuated safely. Thank Yahshua Yahweh Hashem Jesus God. Nobody died. So let's continue on. The fire at Nintendo's Kyoto, Japan headquarters was reported by Japanese news channels such as NHK News. I haven't heard from them in 2014-15. I haven't said that name NHK forever. So there's news on August 15th. Of course it was August 15th. I'm not surprised. I'll leave the full link to Splatoon, like old freaking music in the playlist down description box below. Let's move on. I won't get sidetracked. Reportedly, authorities from Nintendo offices were dealing with the breakout of the fire at the third floor of Nintendo's office building. The fire apparently started around 1 p.m. local time. According to the reports that followed the incident, the case was the fire was thought to be a charging device that malfunctioned and an outlet. And that's some very, very scary, like, in my personal opinion. Like, if any of you guys are too old or too young to remember this, all the Final Destination movies, that's a scary effed up freak accident. I don't know if that was planned or that was a scary freak accident, some freaking demon ghost thing that was like some Final Destination fool, but it's Japan. They got the scary little force out there, and there's a lot of, like, in my personal opinion, there's a lot of Buddhism and all that, not trying to get bash on other religions. They believe in a lot of shrines and do Buddhist temple monks, and that's not my cup of tea. Anyways, let's move on. According to the reports of the following incident, the cause was a fire to be charged with the device. Now, I already read that. The heat on the device was reportedly sparked onto the fire, which destroyed the same and the office equipment on the floor. Even so, fire did not spread beyond the third floor, and all the building occupants were evacuated safely. Thank Jesus they were. Hashem God, praise Yahshua Yahweh, Abba the Father. Let's move on. Before the fire could do more damage. It also goes on to say the fire also comes as Japan faces an unprecedented heat wave. Oh, I didn't know that. That's a brand new one to me. That's scary. According to Bloomberg, which I don't trust so many of these big giant ones like Daily Mail, Wall Street, and what's the other one? New York Times. I really don't trust those. The country has already set 14 days of temperature over 35 degrees Celsius, about 95 degrees Fahrenheit. Oh my god, that sucks. That's unfortunate. Hopefully they're not dying of heat stroke or any of that ish. Stay mega hydrated out there. All my Japanese, if I have any Japanese or other Asian countries, viewers or followers, stay hydrated. Drink as much purified, not even purified, but pure mountain spring water as much as you can. I'm just saying. Or Himalayan salt. My personal opinion, pink Himalayan salt, the best thing I could do for my health. And that's the only health advice I got. Even though I'm not a health guru or health expert, that works for me. I don't know if it works for others, but let's continue on. In a recent shareholder Q&A attachment to Q1 2023 results, it should be 2022, I don't know why. President Nintendo Shigeru Furukawa-san, I guess, claimed that the company has developed a series of measures in a case of major disasters, especially in the light of EQs and, of course, pandemic, scamdemic, you know what, the COF. It says, quote, even though the business continually is hindered by a natural disaster such as an EQ, by some other dangerous, sad, infectious, you know what, sickness, which is highly contagious and contain a serious cause a case of serious medical condition, You have a documented response and planned and implemented various proactive measures so we can restore operations as quickly as possible. Quote unquote, Furukawa said, if a disaster occurs, we will continue to convene, however you say that word, a disaster response committee headed by the president that will act to confirm safely our employees. That sounds like PR fluff to me. Protect the integrity of the company and property and secure the personnel and communication systems and the effort. You guys can read the last one there. At a credit card, DTG Denzer again. But overall thoughts, using opinions. That was some scary stuff. Thank God the whole thing didn't burn to the ground. Granted, it's Nintendo. They're a billion dollar, $1 trillion company. The Nintendo Switch OLED is this November, December. Especially with the whole Pokemon freaking Scarlet Violet coming out pretty soon, like 2.5 months from now. Yeah, September, October. Yeah, 2.5 months. And 1 week from now. So we're really, really close to that release date. That and Bayonetta 3, along with freaking Breath of the Wild next year, part 3. Or 2 that comes out, They're good. They got nothing to worry about, so they could buy 1 billion of these buildings around the world if they want to, even though Japan's still a small little island country. I just heard September 1st or September 8th. Got to credit due. I ever said this chick named Aki Dearest in the anime man. They talked about how the tour guides and tour agencies are going to be a lot more stricter because Japan presidents and the governors over there, which from what I heard, I was going to do a separate video on this, but I decided to just talk about it now real quick. They're going to shut down the whole country again and shut down the borders. Actually, the people that go to Australia, New Zealand, from what I heard, any of the Aussies that are out there, they're not going to be able to go on trip 8 to 9 hours because from what I heard from the Joey the Anime Man, a lot of the surfers and snowboarders over there, they like to go to a lot of these dark winter places, super, super freezing cold temperatures because right now it's winter over there in Australia. But in New Zealand, too, and Japan, I guess going to the mountains over there, snows hard over there, I guess. So all the Aussies over there are going to be going snowboarding like crazy, and they're going to be spending a shitload of money. Those are the only ones that are going to be making bank money out of that shit. They'll benefit that, but everybody else is going to be screwed, which sucks. But let's continue on, my friends. Let's move the mother flip on. The mother of all freaking bombs. But I'll get to that in a second. Update Thursday, August 25th. So it says update. So this is from Ali Reynolds from Nintendo Life. Splatoon Team shivers. It appears to be Nintendo's first new non-binary, gender-fluid character. Big win for representation. My freaking god. No offense to anyone that is in the LGBTQI, non-gender, non-binary community. I'm going to try to be as less offensive, less this fucking harassment as close to I possibly can because I got to be very, very extremely mega careful on this site, this platform when it comes to YouTube. Especially now with fucking days. But let's get it started. Update, Nintendo. Oh, this was like earlier today. Nintendo is now confirmed. Oh, is this full combination? Ribbon and stone. It's in the concrete stone, my friends. This is real. To identify as the user. Oh, God. This! Puta mierda crap. When you now use the feminine female to identify as female, will be used as she, her pronouns. Like the slay queen, yath queen. Like, oh, fucking hell, man. Whatever. So it says the Splatoon series. This was earlier too, August 14th, 15th, a while ago. I'm going to try to be as sensitive as I can to the LGBTQIA plus community and all these other fools in these groups and gender non-binary fluid, old school Tumblr, Twitter kids. But anyways, I'll try. I try to hold my fucking tongue, but I'm going to lose cannon with this shit. So I might lose a few subscribers and viewers in this, unfortunately, but I have to do it. Splatoon series is widely considered among the fans. I'm playing Splatoon 2 music right now, even though it's not Splatoon 3, because that one doesn't come out, I think, till the end of this year. I don't even remember when it comes out. Alright, where to buy it? Oh, September. Oh, 2.5 weeks from now. Okay, it's real close. Yeah, Splatoon series is widely considered amongst the fans to be the coolest franchise in Nintendo's line, showing up the case style monitors ability and how he catalogs and it's nary even touched upon. Splatoon 3, however, seems to be taking much of a bigger step in direction of diversity and I'm trying to say conclusion, representation. Okay. As part of its reaction to direct presentation, I didn't even see this. I didn't even know the Splatoon 3 direct. I knew there was one for like, I think Fire Emblem and then another one for Final Fantasy, but I didn't know there was one for this either. Holy shit. Okay. It was revealed that a new trio called Deep Cut will be handling in-game news, items replacing the Squid Sisters, Splatoon 1, and Pearl Marina from the last game to consist Shiver and Frey and Big Man, with the former proving to be a popular talking point amongst many fans, and probably a fuck ton of hot takes. I'm gonna have a freaking hot take and hardcore thoughts or opinions in a fucking second, but let's move on. Many of whom to believe that Shiver may be Nintendo's first major non-binary character, but that's the direction we're going in this country and probably the world, unfortunately. So it also goes on to say, while not explicitly confirmed or denied by Nintendo itself, of course they like to keep a lot of secrets like that. They did that already. I'm going to get to that in the last part of this video. Hopefully I do, if you're still with me. Fans have noted all the references to Shiver thus far conspicuously, refraining from the mentioning of the gender and gender-specific representation references. I'm going to skip a little bit here. Furthermore, Japanese text gave the note games never refers to Shiver as any other first-person pronouns. Terms such as Atashi for female and Boku for male are typically used, but again, they seem to have a very conscious decision to made it for the use such as references. Regards to Frey and Big Man, both characters have now been referred to in gender terms of Freyer, how do you say that? Specifically, to her as the Queen of Eels in the French version of Deep Cut's introduction. Many fans have reacted positively, well, some. Depends on who you talk to. If you talk to anyone on Reddit 4chan about this, they will rip this thing the fuck apart. They'll be probably way more extremely harsher and bigoted towards it than I probably might be. So the possibility of non-binary character is a huge Nintendo franchise. In addition, fans have also noticed that the game's logo overall is a scheme or similarly not marketable to the non-binary. I don't know. I have no idea. Extensive yellow and purple and white and black stripes demonstrated with below mock-ups. This cause may, of course, be a bit of a coincidence in the grand scheme of things, but it's cool detail to note nonetheless. Indeed, it is true the introduction of Splatoon non-binary character of Splatoon 3 would indicate a huge step forward towards representation of video games, and we're all here for it. Yeah, you're all here for it, Nintendo Life. I fucking ain't, but anyways, overall thoughts, views, and opinions. Now, hear me out. I remember in Pokemon Go when they did say that Blanche out of the 1-2, besides Candela and Spark in Pokemon Go. Then again, I'm not a paying player. I don't pay any of the bullshit microtransactions. I'm a free-to-play player. So I didn't give a rat's ass. I'm not giving none of this money to these billion-dollar San Francisco fucking corporations. Fuck that shit up the ass. I do not care. I'm sorry, I'm not. I'm fucking not. I'm heated with that shit because that's such horseshit, man, honestly. Thank God I don't have any children or kids, but I do have a nephew, especially now. Even though I'm not raising him specifically, my old man is, but I watch him once a week. I'm concerned for his fucking future, man. I don't want him to get brainwashed all this mainstream media corporate bullshit fucking garbage that's getting shoved down our gosh darn throats, man. That's horseshit. I don't mean to sound like AJ Jones, but it might be coming after the next youth generation, and I don't want them getting filled up with this fucking trash like that, man. In my personal fucking opinion. I'm sorry. That's the nicest way I could be about it, but this is what it is. Plus, I remember that whole thing. I know I reacted to it in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. I didn't do a reaction video with the Cyclizar, but I forgot 3.5 weeks ago they talked about Penny and Gursha. On those only 4 videos I saw about Penny, 4 of them were cool and positive. But the other one with Gursha, I fell for that fucking honey trap. I literally thought that was a pure fucking female, beautiful freaking woman, a beautiful waifu, a girl, a lady, an actual woman, created by Yashua Jesus Hashim. And that's fucked up. And I said, oh no, they're non-gender binary trans because they have the 2 freaking purple, white, and I think purple, white, blue, or purple, white, gray stripes in their hair. That's fucked up, but that is what it is. I'm not doing no outro. I'm done. I'm heated. I'm out here. Talk to you guys soon. I'm telling you, do whatever you want. You're not getting my money on Splatoon 3. Peace.